Welcome back. The Second Judicial District Court Pro Bono Committee and the New Mexico Legal Aid Volunteer Attorney Program, they are now teaming up to bring you Law-La-Palooza. That's right. Maybe not the music fest, but a little something like it. For those who don't know what it is, Bernalillo County's largest legal fair that's providing free consultations as well as for individuals needing advice on civil and family matters on a first-come, first-served basis with attorneys who specialize in family and civil law. Well, it's happening at the Cesar Chavez Community Center on March the 1st. Telling us more about what Law-La-Palooza is all about, we are joined this morning by District Court Judges Jane Levy as well as Judge Aaron O'Connell from the Second Judicial District Court. Ladies, it's an honor to have you both with us.
Thank you. Honored to be here.
Thank you. This is incredible. And again, you know, this is a great resource for people who may or may not have been introduced to the law in the proper ways. So Judge O'Connell, let's talk about what is Law-La-Palooza.
Sure. Law-La-Palooza is a legal clinic to provide free, short legal consultations in family and civil law matters by New Mexico attorneys. Okay. It's an opportunity for members of the public to get their legal questions answered for free.
And that's incredible because we've always heard it that ignorance of the law is no excuse. So this is a great way for somebody to say, okay, I have some issues that I need to make sure that I take the proper channels. This is the way to do it, correct?
Yes, exactly. Because the reality is that this is an ability to provide access to justice, so people have an opportunity to talk to an attorney, get some legal advice, and feel prepared for their court case.
Yeah, and again, what the best part about it too is, I mean, you get that time free, essentially, correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All free.
Yeah, yeah, and attorneys' times you never want to waste, and you always want to make the most use of it. So let's talk about what people can expect when they attend the fair.
Certainly. So what they should do is come prepared. The expectation is that you want to be there early.
Okay.
It starts first come, first serve. So civil starts at 10 a.m., family starts at 2 p.m. So not everyone can always be seen, but generally we see everyone, or if we can't, then we make sure that we refer them to the next legal fair or legal clinic that we can provide legal services for free.
Okay. In preparation, I mean, for coming there face to face, I mean, should they bring documents with them? What should they bring with them, essentially?
So everybody should bring with them their documents that they have concerns. So if there's a question that they have, they should bring that. If there was a car accident, they have a police report and they want to talk about that, they should bring those kinds of information. If there's, if it's about children, any financial information that they have, especially for child support, those kinds of things, they should bring that information with them, including things like any questions that they have. One of the things that I would recommend is write down the questions that you have before you come, so that way you don't forget when you have that opportunity to speak to an attorney.
Be prepared, essentially.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Judge O'Connell, what is Peter Johnstone Day all about?
Well, I'm actually going to turn to Judge Levy, since she is the presiding family court judge.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter Johnstone Day is a family court clinic we're having at the courthouse on April 13th. It's going to be all day long, and it's going to be a mix of mediation. So if you have a custody case or divorce and you want to mediate it, you can sign up for mediation with your partner or ex-partner, or you can sign up for legal advice. So we're offering both, and there's going to be a lot of family law attorneys there to provide services.
Wow, incredible, incredible resources and available to everybody here in, is it limited to just Bernalillo County or anybody that can sign up for both events?
Anyone can sign up. Okay. We want to make sure that no matter where you are in the state, you are invited to show up, and we'll provide you help. All right.
Happening March the 1st, again, Judge O'Connell, how can they make that happen, rather?
Come to the community center. Okay. As we said, it's the civil portion of the fair is from 10 to 1.
Okay.
The family law portion is from 2 to 5. And we'll look forward to having everyone come early.
There you go.
And we'll have many attorneys there to field everyone's questions.
All right. Cesar Chavez Community Center is where that's happening this Friday, March the 1st. And again, the best way to do it is be prepared. And remember, it is a first come, first serve basis for getting that consultation. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.